Welcome to another edition of Barry Epstein Live. We've got a jam-packed show with you today. Our first guest is going to be Rose Lawless, and she has a company called Contractor Marketing Tools. Thanks for being with me, Rose.
You're welcome.
Okay. So what do you do at Contractor Marketing Tools?
Basically, we help any type of building contractor market their business. Before the building crashed, they didn't have to market their business. They don't know how. So we get them online, we build their websites, we do their social media, and we generate project leads for them.
I see. And why do you specialize in contractors?
My expertise in 30 years of working with construction companies has given me the knowledge of how contractors think, why they think the way they think, and what I found out was that contractors don't like to talk about themselves. They don't like to show off their talents. So we get to do that for them. We teach them how to get out in the community, show off their talents. They're the best plumber in the community, and help them grow their online reputation. Reputation marketing today is number one for contractors. There's a lot of fraudulent and scam artists, contractors that the homeowners and the property owners are afraid to hire contractors. We have to make our licensed contractors the best at what they do and show that they are the best at what they do. So that's what we help them with.
That's great. And tell us about your book.
Well, my book came out last year. It's called The New 2013 Contractors Marketing Handbook. And after many years of speaking with contractors who didn't know anything about marketing their business, 5 years ago most of them didn't even have a business card. They needed to start somewhere. So instead of me writing down the instructions all the time, I said, you know what, I'm just going to write a book and teach them how to market their business. So that's what I did. The updated version now is going to be released August 1st, and we will be doing seminars to engage the contractors. They will get a copy of the book if they come to the seminar, and we can get them started, and if they're motivated enough, they can do their own marketing. If they're not motivated enough, there'll be links and contact information for everybody who can help them.
Where are you going to do the seminars?
Right now in August, they will be in Fort Lauderdale and West Palm Beach. In September, they will be in Boca and Jupiter.
Oh, great. So when will the new updated 2014 version be available?
Well, we'll start selling August 1st, will be the published date. The seminars will be in August and September. And basically, there's a lot of things that changed between 2013 and now. So the book will have a lot of new updates.
Okay, great. And what will be the new topics discussed in the updated version?
Well, there's two major things that have changed over the year. One is Google has totally changed the way they search for your website. They've added a lot to Google+. Google Places now shows where your business is located. There are a lot of different things on social media between LinkedIn and Facebook and Google that the contractors need to learn. The other thing, there's three major updates. The consumer review sites, the reputation marketing. I'll give you an example of why the contractors have to be online. I was researching a general contractor who wanted me to do his website. I Googled him, and on all the consumer review sites, like Manta and Yelp and Merchant Circle, he was a state licensed certified general contractor, and on all those sites he came up as a handyman. And his phone number was incorrect. So if you don't go in and claim those sites as yours, you have no control over what information is out there. So the major thing that will be updated is the reputation marketing and how to claim them as yours, manage your online reputation. The third very important thing is the banks are not lending money. So we have teamed up with some funding sources that can get the contractors working capital so I can get them to take the bigger and the better projects. And we will have guys there who work with the funding companies and the marketing companies. It's not just going to be me speaking, it will be the experts in the industry. So the funding sources will be there to talk to. The marketing gurus, like one of your other guests, Jason, he will be one of the guys talking about Google and social media. So the seminars will be well worth attending, and you'll get a copy of the book.
Well, you're the savior that comes to the rescue. So why don't you give out your contact information where people can reach you, your website and email address and phone.
Great. Everything's pretty easy. The website is contractormarketingtools.com. My phone number is 561-503-7265. And if you want to send me an email, it's rose@contractormarketingtools.com.
That's great. I appreciate you being with me, Rose, and I look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.
Want a unique high school experience? Do you want to earn your diploma and learn a skill? If so, then South Tech Academy is the school for you. At South Tech Academy, you will earn your high school diploma and get your industry certification. You can choose from one of 12 different academies. South Tech Academy offers nursing, culinary, recording arts, auto body, auto collision, cosmetology, and computer technology, just to name a few. South Tech Academy, located in Boynton Beach. Visit us online at www.southtechacademy.com or give us a call at 561-369-7004.
And we're back with my guest, Gary Kissel, who's a good friend of mine, and he is a LinkedIn coach. Not only is he a LinkedIn coach, he's the best LinkedIn coach I ever met. He knows more about LinkedIn than anybody else I know. So thanks for being with me, Gary.
My pleasure, my honor.
So how did you get into the LinkedIn business?
5 years ago, I started wanting to build a real estate business. So I chose LinkedIn because it was, even then, the biggest business platform worldwide. And I started searching for investors and cash buyers. And I started connecting with people that were interested in the properties that I had here in South Florida. And then it's grown from there, and I'm still working with some of those people.
And how many contacts do you have on LinkedIn?
Close to 14,000 direct contacts.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Now, when you extrapolate that out into second and third, what does that come up to?
Well, LinkedIn tells me it's almost 29 million people.
That's a lot.
So hard to imagine.
So what can people use LinkedIn for?
Almost any kind of business should be on LinkedIn, in my opinion. It's the fastest growing technology company in the world, according to Forbes. It's one of the top 10 most visited websites in the world. It now has 300 million members, so I don't know anybody that can ignore that kind of a market.
That is great. So it's really more important for businesses to be on LinkedIn than, say, on Facebook or Twitter or any other social media site.
In my opinion, it is.
Yeah. And what do you use it for primarily in your business, and how can you help others use it?
Well, about a year and a half ago, I started becoming a coach because it's truer to my passion. I like to see people create more opportunities in their lives. And so, like I said, a year and a half ago, I started focusing more on that. So now I'm currently building up interested parties that are either groups or businesses or individuals that want to learn how to use LinkedIn, because there's still a lot of mystery about that for a lot of people.
And what would be the best way that people could learn a little bit more? Do you have some LinkedIn tips that you could give us now?
I have 59 LinkedIn secrets. So
wow.
One of the top 10 LinkedIn secrets has to do with the top part of your profile. So you have your picture, and then you have your name, and the area underneath your name is called the headline. And many professionals misuse it or underutilize that space. So you can put in 120 characters in that spot instead of just talking about you're the president of or you're the manager of. And so you want to use that space to sell your benefits and your features as opposed to your position and title.
That's a very good tip, and it comes up every time somebody opens up your name, so to speak. Well, why don't you give out your contact information where people can reach you, your name and email address and website and LinkedIn address too.
All right, very good. It's Gary Kissel, Kissel, The phone number is 561-716-4359. My LinkedIn profile is linkedin.com/in/Gary Kissel LinkedIn Coach, and I'll be happy to help you.
Thanks for being with me, Gary.
My pleasure.
And we'll be right back. And we're back with my next guest, who's Jason Pellish, and he has a terrific company called Massive Impressions Online Marketing. Thanks for being with me, Jason.
Hey, my pleasure, Gary.
So how does the company differ from the rest of the marketing companies all around?
Well, we've worked with a lot of Fortune 500 companies and gotten exposed to what they needed to do through their dollars, figuring out what works for people, both in terms of getting audiences to respond and making sure that the websites that we're publishing are indexed properly with Google and getting a lot of people in. I mean, a lot of people have those techniques, but what really makes us different is the fact that we've actually succeeded with those techniques. We can show those techniques in successes that we've made for both Fortune 500 companies and local companies.
You got a terrific track record. What are most local businesses doing wrong with their marketing?
I'd say they're not doing their digital right. They really aren't thinking about their digital strategy right, and a lot of businesses I see aren't reaching their full potential by not having great websites. And it's not expensive these days to have a great website and make sure that you're really positioning your company properly, especially with regards to mobile. If you don't have a mobile website these days, you're not reaching so much of the audience, especially people who are out there shopping around, comparing between different brands, local businesses, looking for something on the fly. If you don't have a mobile website, you're missing out on an enormous amount of business.
Everybody has a cell phone these days.
Yeah, it's critical. It's critical.
So what are the low-hanging fruit when it comes to reaching audiences, and what are the lowest cost and highest impact moves you can make as a local business?
Well, when you're a local business, you have the advantage of being able to target a local audience exclusively and not waste your ad dollars or efforts on reaching people who aren't in your local area, people who might not necessarily be able to take advantage of your product or your service. So taking advantage of social media, and really engaging with your local community on a level that goes beyond writing brochure type content, but really finding out what your community's into and how you can add value to it through your brand or your product or your service. And if you can't do that, then it's a matter of engaging your audience on a level where you can show benefit your product and your audience that might not necessarily resonate directly with your community. A lot of big brands have that problem where they're competing these days with local businesses, and Google has begun to favor local businesses above big brands. So for these big brands, these Fortune 500 companies that we try to help, they really have to walk and talk local these days in order to succeed.
That's amazing. You started your career in the sciences. How did this translate into creating a company that does better marketing?
Well, marketing, like any other process, can be broken down into different workflows. And with marketing, no matter what work you're doing, you're getting data as a result. You're getting some sort of feedback from the process, especially with digital marketing, where you can quantify your results really easily and look at them in ways you couldn't do with traditional marketing. What I did as a scientist was basically analyze samples, water, soil, tissue, those types of things for pollutants and that type of chemical things that you can't see with your normal eyes. In marketing, we can see so much of the things that are fundamental. How many people are coming in? What type of results you're getting with every single investment that you make. So to me, when people make those investments, each one of those is a sample for us to collect data on and correlate with what works for them and what doesn't.
Why don't you give out your contact information where people can reach you, your name and email and website?
Well, My website is massiveimpressions.com. My phone number is 561-487-9264. And you can reach us at info@massiveimpressions.com. Follow us on Twitter at MASV Impressions. And we're on Facebook as well, and Google Plus, and everywhere else you should be as
All
well.
over the place.
Yeah, right.
Thanks for being with me, Jason.
Hey,
I wish you good luck.
Okay, great.
And we'll be right back. And we're back with my next guest, who's my good friend, David Case. And David has a very unique company called Text ROI. So thanks for being with me, David.
Thank you.
So tell me all about your customers.
My customers are pretty much any business or individual who wants to get his message out on a monthly basis or a weekly basis through a text campaign to let them know of what's going on in specials or articles that's going on in their business that's new and exciting for what's going on.
So that's everybody.
Pretty
Everybody
much.
who's in business.
Pretty much.
And why text over an email campaign?
Well, that's an interesting discussion. Emails obviously are getting inundated. People are getting inundated every day with emails, and the average email gets read maybe 10 to 15% of the time. But when I send a text message to my world, I know that 97% of them read my text within 5 minutes.
Really?
Yes.
And can I link an article or a video to my text message?
You can link anything. You can link articles, videos, specials, coupons, all instant gratification if that's the way you choose to go.
Wow. What's the cost of the service, and what kind of contract does one have to sign?
We don't need a contract. That's the beauty behind our concept. We feel that if you are engaging people to join your world, your texting world, and you send out the messages, our return on investment, and that's why the company's called Text ROI, we know if we send out 1,000 messages and you get 3% return at a cost of $50 for that 1,000 texts, it really is an inexpensive way to directly market to your customers.
So it's just a handshake.
It's pretty much a handshake. There's a setup fee depending on the complexity of your business, but it's 5 cents a text, and it goes down based on the amount of text that you're sending out on a monthly basis.
So how can one acquire new customers?
Well, there's lots of different ways you can do that. You can do it through an advertising model. You can do it individually through a grassroots model as you meet people instead of handing that lovely business card where they're going to take it and put it in a desk drawer and probably forget about you. You have them pull out your phone and you have them go to 63975 and type the word case, and they got my virtual card that quickly.
Wow. So you can do it for public relations also.
You can do it for anything.
What's the return rate when I send out a special to my existing clients?
Well, if you only give 5% off, obviously the return rate's going to be very little. But if you want to consider it like a Groupon and you want to make that special larger, the odds are the return on investment is tenfold. Traditionally, if you Google text campaigns, the response is usually anywhere from 3 to 8%.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
Really. And so why don't you give out your contact information, your email, your website, your phone, etc.
My contact information is davidscase@yahoo.com is my email. My cell is 561-926-1505. And if you'd like to get all this information, obviously you can text. If you go to a new text, which is 63975, and type the word case, you will get all this information right there on the text.
That's great. Thanks for being with me, David.
No
I wish
problem.
you good
Thank
luck.
you.
And I know it's a great success.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back. And we're back with my next guest, who's Gary Waldman. He's the artistic producing director at a brand new theater in Delray Beach on Atlantic Avenue and Military Trail in the Delray Square Shopping Center, which used to be a movie theater. Boy, you have really fixed up that place. Thanks for
We
being
sure
with me.
have.
Yeah, it's
So glad to be here, Barry.
It's
Finally.
great. Thank you. So tell me the history of your production of The Life.
Well, I saw The Life in 1996 on Broadway. It was a sleepy little production that got a bunch of Tony Awards, but never really got the big publicity that you would expect it to get, and was blown away. And then I moved down to Florida, started producing down here, and I'm waiting to see somebody else open an original production of this show that blew me away so badly. And never happened. Finally figured out why. It's the story of Times Square before it was cleaned up. And when it opened on Broadway, the gentleman who cleaned it up, our very famous mayor, Mr. Giuliani, did not appreciate the fact that it was running and showing. So they had some political problems, and unfortunately, it proved to be a little disastrous for the show. But it's a shame because, you know, Cy Coleman, who's written so many, I mean, enormously successful musicals, Sweet Charity, Little Me, City of Angels, this was his last hurrah. And it's probably the best score he ever wrote. And I was blown away by it. And finally, in 2004, my partner Jameson and I finally said, you know what, we're going to do the first ever original production of this show. And we're going to show America what they're missing. And we blew the world away.
So what makes the show so popular and appealing?
It's different than anything else you're ever going to see. I mean, it's first of all, the score, Coleman's score, I think, you know, he died during our run in 2004, 2005. He was actually, we spoke to him the day before he died. He was going to fly down to see our show because he was so happy with the success we had. I always felt that this was the score he always wanted to write. It's got everything in it. I mean, it's basically an R&B score, but it has every style in it, from Duke Ellington to Mozart. I mean, it runs the gamut of everything. And if you're a fan of musical theater, you'll be blown out of your seats.
Tell me about the cast. Any returning members?
We have one called Barbara Steele, who was nominated for a Carpenter in 2005. He's back as Memphis, the big old mean nasty pimp, who he couldn't be any more different than in real life. He's the sweetest pussycat in the world, but does such an amazing job playing this role he was born to play. And then we have a cast of 13 other brand new people to the show who are just so totally invested in it from the bottom of their souls. I mean, they worked so hard and you can see it. I mean, not only are they incredibly talented, but their dedication to the project is like I've never seen.
How long does the production run?
We're announced through July 27th. I highly doubt we're going to close on July 27th. I mean, from the history of the show, when we ran it in 2004, it was supposed to run for 6 weeks. We wound up running it for 8 months.
Wow.
And it's exactly to the date 10 years since we opened the last time. Granted, it's a different economy. I don't know if we'll be able to get 8 months out of it this time, but we don't expect it to close on July 27th.
So how does one go about buying tickets?
Well, our box office is open from 9:30 every morning, 7 days a week. We can be reached at 561-880-0319. You can reach us on the web at www.delraysquarearts.com, but we don't sell tickets online. We like to do it on the phone or in person to help you pick out your seats.
Great.
To make sure you're as happy as you can be with your seating, because we're a new theater and people aren't really that familiar with.
I'm looking forward to being there.
You're coming Friday night,
yeah,
right?
I'll be there.
Yes.
Thanks for being with me. I wish you good luck.
Likewise. Thanks so much.
And we'll be right back.
Get excited! Shaving just got easier.
Hi, Anthony Sullivan here for ShaveMate. All-in-one razors, Titan for men, Diva for women. Simplify your shaving, simplify your life. ShaveMate razors combine 6 premium-coated inline blades and thick, rich, real shaving cream right inside the handle. So you'll never have to buy or deal with the mess of cans of shaving cream again. With innovative features like our Flex Neck technology for smoother strokes, Aquaflow blade rinse that keeps blades super clean, plus the Moisture Glide Strip for extra comfort, and you've got the ultimate all-in-one razor. I use ShaveMate Titan every day. Performance, comfort, and convenience, all in one easy-to-use razor.
Ooh, smooth.
And we're back with my next guest, who's George Herrera, and he has a company called Kalima Decor. Thanks for being with me, George.
Hello, Barry. Nice having you.
What kind of business is Kalima Decor?
We basically are painting contractors, but we specialize in decorative painting, like specialty finishes, architectural finishes like Venetian plaster, Mediterranean textures, stucco pierre, fresco, and we also do very realistic murals or trunk rollers, and basically that's our niche.
That's the niche.
Yes.
Faux painting and things like that too.
Faux painting and Venetian plaster.
Uh-huh. Are you able to do regular paint?
Yes, we do. As I tell you, we've been painting contractors for 20 years, so we are licensed and insured to do that too. I have a crew to do the regular painting,
Both interior and exterior.
and commercial and residential.
Commercial and residential too. That's terrific. So why do you think customers should hire you?
We give 100% to our customers, and we have the 20 years experience dealing with very, very high rank designers from all over, from Paris, that some people, the customers bring them from Paris, all local. So that in that way we can help our customers. We have such a good experience with the decorating part.
Why don't you give out your contact information where people can reach you, your company name and email and website?
Our company is Calima Decorative Surfaces. The website is calimadecor.com. CALIMADECOR.com. The phone number is 954-254-4999, and the email address JORGES as in Sam ART@gmail.com. JorgesArt@gmail.com.
Thanks for being with me, George. I wish you a lot of luck.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be right back. Well, that's our show for today, folks. If you'd like to win a pair of tickets to the Cinemark Theaters, send me an email at barryepsteinlive@yahoo.com. We'll pick a winner and get it out to you. And if you'd like to improve your bottom line, send me an email to barry@barryepstein.com and go to my website, www.barryepstein.com. Then give me a call at 561-852-0000 for a no cost, no obligation consultation. And remember, on July 8th, the Gold Coast Tiger Bay Club will feature Kai's Company Real Estate President Mike Pappas. Go to www.goldcoasttigerbayclub.com and you can register on the site. In the meantime, remember, public relations is the enemy of anonymity. My time is up, and I thank you for yours.